Okay, hey everybody. In 332 Literacy Studies, as promised, this is a longer video to kind of talk through the routines of our class and just kind of get us all situated for the first week. It is currently Friday, the 21st, and I mostly am just thinking about y'all and hoping you are safe and healthy as we have wildfires kind of taken over California once again. So I'm just thinking good thoughts. And just know, let me just say right off the bat that we're going to have some routines and some deadlines this semester. And I hope carve out a little place of joy to do some interesting thinking. But I'm also, I already am a pretty empathetic instructor. And I really hope you just feel comfortable reaching out with what you need. Because I'm going to do my best to try to support you. So just to write up, if you need anything, send me an email. I'm happy to use all the resources at my disposal to do what I can. So let me know. I love teaching this class, and I'm super stoked looking at the roster. This looks like an awesome class. So let's see. Some things you'd want to know off the top. We are organized, as I wrote about on the site, if you saw it, in kind of these make cycles. And so every couple of weeks, we'll follow some routines that'll take us through that 2-week period, usually starting with what I'm calling discovery. So what's great about literacy studies is it's really based on our own research. So some weeks you'll be researching your literacies. Sometimes coming up soon, we're going to talk about our quantitative self, like what we track and who tracks us. We'll interview other people about their literacies, and ultimately this semester you'll do your own small study. I've had people do some really brilliant studies around things like Minecraft and D&D and the literacies of, say, a parents group that supported autism. Work literacies, people have studied things like their coffee shop that they work at. So you'll study kind of your own group and the way that reading and writing functions in that group. So that's how we'll end the semester. So a little discovery of your own data, some reading that'll go with that. We'll do some commenting in a platform called Perusal. And then we'll end every make cycle with some making, where you'll make something to represent what you've learned. And you have total freedom here, which can be hard. So I'll try to give you some suggestions. So for example, in the first make cycle, after your introductions, you might make a literacy studies playlist. You might make a Pinterest board. You might make a game. You might write a blog. You might record a video. You have full range over what you make to represent the ideas. And we'll get really good at it, and they always end up being really good. So two things to join besides our site, which I hope that you bookmark so you can easily find it. You need to join Currents, which is the new G+. It used to be called G+ Communities. Now, just a few months ago, Google is now calling this Currents. You have to be logged into your Chico State credentials, so to your Google, and I have a walkthrough how to do that. Sometimes you'll get an error, and it's because your browser still thinks you're logged into a different Gmail or some other account. Sometimes you have to use a different browser or restart. Hopefully not. So you're going to join Currents, and you're going to join Perusal, and Perusal is where we will do comments on the reading together. So I would call this a social annotation site, and I use it because it's the thing that I use with my colleagues. I have some friends that I co-author pieces with. We often are reading together as we're getting ready to write, and we throw articles into Perusal and comment together on those articles, and that's what we'll do together. Can't really do it wrong. You're going to leave sometimes it'll move you to leave more comments and sometimes fewer, but I would expect to see you engaged with our community and in the reading in some way. So yeah, Perusal, Currents, those you want to join really soon so that I know you're in there and I know you're in the class and we're good to go. And then by Wednesday, you're going to actually comment on a piece in there by Andrea Lunsford in Perusal, make some comments. And then by Sunday, the 30th, you're going to write some introductions and responses to some questions that I have. You don't have to answer them all, but some of the questions in our Currents community. And I'll leave some feedback, and you'll talk to each other. It'll be great. And so those are our routines to get started. The other thing you could be thinking about is going into that next week, after we do week 1, getting situated, I'm going to ask you to track your literacies for 2 days. And it'll actually be really hard to do. Like, this is not the easiest thing. You'll have to make some decision rules, for example, about what you want to track, what counts. You're going to have moments where you're like, wait, is that reading and writing? Is that a literacy? If I were just even to track the last 10 minutes, right? I've responded to emails. I've updated something on our website. I've gotten into QuickTime Player to record this video. I will jump onto YouTube to upload it. I'll have to write some text in there about that. And I've done a lot of things in just 10 minutes. So the way I might do it is just on a piece of paper. Just try to, every time you switch a literate task, try to keep track of it. Try to keep track of how long you were on that task. Was it on your computer? Was it on your phone? Was it an actual physical book? And the best you can over a couple days, trace your reading and writing. Texting. I've had students who've taken just a screenshot every time they've switched tasks and put that into a short video, but you're just going to keep track. And then I'm going to have you do a little bit of writing about that. So you could do that anytime. And so I might do that soon. Sometimes it's interesting to track kind of a non-work day, like a weekend day, and then also track a school day and see how your literacies are different across those 2 days. So yeah, that's a thing to be in your brain that we can do anytime between now and I think like another week from now, like a week and a half from now. You've got some time. I think that's it. I think that's all I want to say for now. Nothing to buy. I have all the links to the readings and stuff that I will share with you. And I hope you are hanging in there and we can find a little joy in this little corner of our class to do some interesting thinking together. And please reach out if you need anything.